I have realized healing doesn't follow a timeline, it follows you. I thought my body would just bounce back, but after one natural birth, four cesarean, and now a hysterectomy, 18 months later, my body still surprised me. Hi, welcome back to our safe place where there are no boundaries in sharing how you can truly be you. I am working mom of four. I am not a fitness fanatic, just an ordinary mom trying to live my life. And after everything my body has been through, I have learned that healing isn't about going back to who you were. It's about learning to live with who you have become. Before my hysterectomy, I could push through exhaustions. If I wanted to walk 10,000 steps a day, I just did it. If I wanted to lift weights, I just did it. But now, 18 months later, my body simply won't allow it. I can reach 10,000 steps a few times a week, but if I try to do it daily, the exhaustion hits me hard. And I don't mean tired, I mean that deep full body fatigue that forces you to stop. And weight training, I had to let it go for now. Not because I didn't want to do it, but because every session drained me. Instead of feeling strong, I felt completely wiped out, like my energy had pulled from my bones. So instead of forcing myself, I have learned to listen. I don't fight my body anymore. I plan around it. I space out my walk. I rest when needed, and I give myself permissions to move at my own pace. Strength isn't just about pushing through, it's about knowing when to pause. Healing doesn't mean doing what worked before. It means adapting to what works now. If your body is telling you to slow down, trust it. Rest isn't weakness, it is a wisdom. Before my hysterectomy, my weight was unpredictable. I wasn't someone who overeat, and I wasn't inactive either. But with 7 massive fibroids growing inside me, my body had its own rules. Some months I can lose weight even without trying. Other times, no matter how much I exercise, how clean I ate, nothing moved. My gynae also told me it was my hormones, that my body was fighting against something I couldn't control. And it's true, it was very frustrating. So when I had my hysterectomy, I thought maybe, just maybe, my body would finally balance itself. But 18 months later, the struggle is still there, just in a different way. I still don't eat much. My appetite has always been small. But after the surgery, something changed. My sweet tooth faded. The craving I used to have, they just disappear little by little. And yet, even with these changes, I still didn't lose weight drastically. Maybe it is because I move less now. Maybe my metabolism is different now. Whatever the reason, I have stopped obsessing over it. I am no longer measure my progress by the numbers on the scale. I measure it by how I feel. Am I energized today? Am I strong? Am I balanced? And that mindset shift, it changed everything. Your body doesn't follow a rule book, especially after hysterectomy. It will adjust in its own way, in its own time. Instead of stressing over weight, focus on energy, strength, and balance. Healing is about feeling good, not just looking a certain way. My skin has always been manageable, but after hysterectomy, I started noticing small changes. Nothing drastic, but enough to make me pay attention. The biggest difference, dryness. Not the kind that makes your skin flaky, but a tightness like my skin was constantly thirsty. At first, I just ignored it. I kept using the same lotion I always had. But no matter how much I applied, my skin never felt fully hydrated. So I made one simple switch. I started using organic body oils instead of regular lotion, and it worked tremendously. My skin feel nourished, soft, deep, moisturized in a way lotion never achieved. The only thing, don't expect fragrance. If you are used to scented lotions, body oils feel different. They smell natural, just the oil itself, nothing added. But honestly, that's what I love about it. No unnecessary chemicals, just pure hydrations. Your skin might need different care after surgery. If lotion isn't working for you, try switching to oils. Simple, natural, and deeply moisturizing. Before my hysterectomy, I had some hair loss, not extreme, but noticeable. A few extra strands in the shower, a little more breakage than usual. I never paid much attention to it, but after surgery, I became more intention with my self-care. I started oiling my hair regularly, something I never did before. Not just occasionally, but consistently. And that's when I saw a difference. Less shedding, more moisture. My hair didn't magically change, but it felt healthier. At 47, I don't have thinning hair yet. And I believe that this simple habit made all the difference because while our body changes, the way we care for it, this is in our control. And maybe that's why I noticed such a difference. Have always taken care of my hair, but once I pump up my oil routine, the results were even better. If you are noticing hair changes after hysterectomy, try oiling regularly. It won't reverse everything overnight, but consistent care can keep your hair stronger and healthier. This one is very hard to explain because technically everything in my body is still in place. My bones, my joints, my muscle, they are all fine. But ever since my hysterectomy, I feel them in a way I never did before. I don't mean pain, not in the usual sense. It's more like awareness. Like when I stretch, I can feel the movement in my joint were distinctly, especially in my back and leg. When I lay down, I notice every small shift in my body. And sometimes when I stand up after sitting for so long, I can hear a slight sound. Nothing alarming, just noticeable. It is very strange, almost like my body is reminding me that it is aging, even though my bones density is perfectly fine. If you're noticing new sensations in your bones and joint post hysterectomy, consult with your doctor. I did it, and for my case, it is completely normal. But everybody is different, and it's always best to check it with a professional to ensure everything is as should be. Out of all the changes after my hysterectomy, this one surprised me the most. It's not the hot flashes, it's not night sweat, it's something else entirely. My lower body sweats and it's a lot. And I don't mean the usual kind of sweating from heat or movement. It's just constant. Especially in hot weather, my underwear gets damp multiple times a day. It's not discharge, it's not something a panty liner can fix. It's just sweat. It feels exactly like the sweat you get after an intense workout, except I haven't been to the gym lately. And to be honest, it's really uncomfortable. I had I have to adjust bringing extra underwear when I go out, wearing breathable fabrics, doing whatever I can to stay comfortable and dry. I don't know if this happened to other hysterectomy sister, but it's definitely something I'm going to ask my doctor about at my next appointment. If you are experiencing unexpected changes like excessive sweating after hysterectomy, don't ignore it. It might be harmless, but bring it up with your doctor can give you clarity and maybe even a solution. Before my hysterectomy, I was a light sleeper, 4 hours. That was a full night for me. My mind was always racing, my body always restless. Sleep was never something I looked forward to. It was just something I had to get through. But after surgery, something changed. Now I sleep like a baby. And I don't mean just getting a little extra rest. I mean my body completely shut down. If I don't set an alarm or push myself to wake up, I could easily sleep forever. It is a deep, heavy kind of sleep, the kind I never had before, and honestly, I love it. I didn't realize how exhausted I was until my body finally had the chance to recover. And now my sleep isn't just about resting, it's about healing. Tracking your sleep patterns after hysterectomy can be an eye opening. Pay attention to how your body responds to rest, whether you need more of it or if you wake up feeling different, your body might be telling you something important. For years, my mind was cluttered, constantly occupied by one thing, my period. The exhaustions, the pain, the calculations of when it would hit, how bad it would be, and what I could or couldn't do. My mental space was always taken up by survival mode. But now it's like someone hit the reset button. I don't just feel better physically, I feel sharper, more focused. My brain feels clear. Before, my thoughts felt slow, like they had to push through a fog of fatigue and pain. But now I can think ahead, I can plan, I can be fully present in my own life without constantly worrying about my body betraying me. And honestly, I didn't expect this. I thought hysterectomy was just about removing an organ, but I never realized how much it would free my mind. If you have been living in survival mode for years, you might not even realize how much space it takes in your mind until it's gone. Pay attention to your mental clarity post surgery. You might notice a shift you never saw coming. Before my hysterectomy, I could cook for hours. I even had a food business. I was in the kitchen like a pro, making everything from scratch, no shortcuts. But after surgery, that version of me already retired. Now, fast, simple, but still delicious. My husband and kids do the prep work for me. I just come in for the grand finale. It's like I am the executive chef now. And honestly, I love it. I don't spend hours in the kitchen anymore, but everything still tastes just as good. And if anyone complains, they can cook for themselves. Maybe I should just open a new food business where I sell one dish, zero effort, maximum flavor meals. Or better yet, start a cooking YouTube channel. Hysterectomy cooking, fast, lazy, and still tastes amazing. Now that's a business idea, right? Healing change how you do things, but it doesn't mean you have to stop doing what you love. Adapt, make it easier, and if all else fails, delegate. Here's something weird no one told me about after hysterectomy. My legs feel uncomfortable every night. I don't know why, I don't know how, but if I don't get a quick massage before bed, my whole body feels off the next morning. It's not pain, it's not cramp. It's just that weird discomfort, like my leg needs more help unwinding before I can actually rest. And lucky for me, I have two personal monsieur, my sons. Every night, without fail, they will take turn giving me a quick leg massage. And let me tell you, it makes all the difference. If they ever try to escape their duty, I just reminded them, you love your mom, right? You want her to wake up happy, right? And just like that, massage is secure. But in all this seriousness, this has been one of the biggest game changer in my recovery. The difference between a restless night and waking up refreshed. That 5 minute massage. I don't know if other hysterectomy sisters experience this as well, but for me, this has been a non-negotiable. Listen to your body. If something feels off, find what helps and make it a part of your routine. It's not about fixing everything, it's about making life more comfortable. That's it. 10 changes in my body after hysterectomy, 18 months later. And if you are in this journey too, remember your body change are valid and you are not alone. Download my free PDF, 5 Steps to Be Present. And if you're a mom struggling with no time for me cycle, join my free webinar. The details is in the descriptions box below, because healing isn't just about your body. It's about reclaiming your time, your energy, and your peace.